This is V. Sirisha, Associate Professor, Government City College. I am going to discuss about the consignment account. Coming to the accounting treatment, here the consignment is not a sale. The consignment transactions cannot be recorded in the sales book. Therefore, it is necessary to record the transactions in journal proper or general journal. So, consignor as well as the consignee records the consignment transactions in their books of accounts as per their requirement. So, to fulfill their needs, they will be doing the work of recording the transactions in their books. So, now coming to the journal entries in the books of consignor. Here coming to the journal entries which have to be entered in the books of consignor, the entries should be passed in the books of consignor according to the aspect of consignment transactions. So here you see, when the goods are sent on consignment to the consignee, the entry would be consignment account debtor to goods sent on consignment account. Here coming to the, for the expenses incurred by the consignor, the entry would be consignment account debtor to cash or bank account. Narration would be being expenses paid by the consignor. When the expenses have been incurred by the consignor, consignment account debited to cash or bank account. So, in the consignment account, to cash or bank account should be debited. Now, coming to the, when a bill is drawn by the consignor on consignee, and when consignee accepts the bill, then bills receivable account debtor to consignment account. Here being advance received against consignment through the bill. When the consignor discounts the bill with his banker, the entry would be bank account debtor, discount account debtor to bills receivable account. That is, being the bill discounted with the bank. So, bank account debtor with the amount, and what is the discount should be displayed in the discount account, and the actual amount of bills receivable amount should be to the credit side. So, now here this would be the entry when the consignor discounts the bill with his banker. Narration will be being the bill discounted with the bank. Coming to the next entry in the books of consignor, when the expenses incurred by consignee, the entry will be consignment account debtor to consignee's account. Here expenses have been met by the consignee. Being the expenses incurred by the consignee, the entry would be consignment account debtor to consignee account. For the commission payable to consignee, the entry will be same entry, consignment account debtor to consignee's account. That is, you can write the combined entry for the expenses incurred by the consignee and the commission payable to the consignee. The total amount you can take it you can merge the entry into one, that is consignment account debtor to consignee's account, being the expenses incurred by the consignee and commission payable on gross sale proceeds. For these two, you can merge it and make one entry. Now coming to the next one, for the sales proceeds by the consignee, the entry would be consignee account debtor to consignment account for the sales proceeds by the consignee. Now next entry will be in the consignment account. If the credit side is greater, then there will be profit. So if at all the profit is there, the entry would be consignment account debtor to profit and loss account, being profit on consignment transferred to profit and loss account. If it is a loss, if the consignment account debit side is greater than the credit side, then that would show the loss on consignment. Then the entry would be profit and loss account debtor to consignment account, being loss on consignment transferred to profit and loss account. Then the next entry in the consignment account, if the credit side is greater, then consignment account debtor to cash or bank account, for the value of draft to be paid for the paid to the consignee, the amount to be paid to the consignee. And then coming to the next entry, in the consignment account, if the debit side is greater, then cash or bank account debtor to consignee account. And then to close the goods sent on consignment account, entry would be, if the consignor is a manufacturer, it should be transferred to the trading account. If he is a wholesaler, it should be transferred to the purchase account. So now assuming the consignor as a manufacturer, we are transferring the entry to the trading account. So to close the goods sent on consignment account, the entry would be goods sent on consignment account debtor to trading account. If he is a wholesaler, if the consignor is a wholesaler, it should be transferred to the purchase account. That is nothing but goods sent on consignment account debtor to purchase account, being the value of goods sent on consignment. Coming to the journal entries in the books of consignee. How to post the journal entries in the books of consignee. So consignee will be receiving the goods on behalf of consignor. Therefore, he is not liable to pay for goods he receives until the sales are made by him. So no entry is made when the goods are received by him on consignment. However, if he is liable to account for goods received, he generally maintains a stock register to record full details of the goods received from the consignor. So when the goods have been received by the consignor from the goods are received by the consignee from the consignor, there won't be any entry. Okay, and the next, when here when the bill payable is accepted by the consignee, then the entry would be consignor account debtor to bills payable account. So if he has accepted a bill regarding the advance for the goods received, then the bill payable is accepted by the consignee, then the entry would be consignor account debtor to bills payable account, that is being advance paid to consignor. Now for sales, when the sales affected on behalf of consignor, cash sales have been made, then cash or bank account debtor to consignor account. Now coming to the being consignment goods sold for cash, this would be the entry, that is cash or bank account debtor to consignor account. Coming to the sales affected on behalf of consignor, if he is making the credit sales, then the entry would be debtors account debtor to consignor account. So if he has made the credit sales, then the entry would be debtors account debtor to consignor account. And for the expenses incurred on behalf of consignor, if the expenses are made by the consignee on behalf of consignor, the entry would be consignor account debtor to cash or bank account. These are the expenses paid by the consignee on behalf of consignor. So entry would be being the expenses incurred on behalf of consignor. Entry again I will repeat, that is consignor's account debtor to cash or bank account. And for the expenses incurred on behalf of consignor, if payable, not yet paid, it has to be paid on behalf of consignor. So here expenses have been incurred by the consignee on behalf of consignor. He has to pay it. He has not yet paid. So the entry would be consignor account debtor to creditor's account. This would be the entry for the amount payable, expenses to be incurred by the consignee on behalf of consignor which has not been paid, it has to be payable. For the commission received, for the commission which has to be received from the consignor, the entry would be consignor account debtor to commission account, or else the commission account debtor to profit and loss account. This is the entry for the commission receivable. Now coming to the next entry for collections made from debtors. If the consignee is making the collections for the credit sales he has made, then the entry would be bank or cash account debtor to debtor's account. For the amount received from the debtors for the credit sales he has made on behalf of consignor, the entry would be cash or bank account debtor to debtor's account. Now coming to the next entry, when bad debts occur. If dealt creditory commission is paid by the consignor, then the entry would be bad debts account debtor to debtor's account. And if at all, or else profit and loss account or commission account debtor to bad debts account for the dealt creditory commission paid by the consignor. Coming to the next entry, that is when bad debts occur. If dealt creditory commission is not paid, then the entry would be transferred to consignor account. That is consignor account will be the bad debts will be borne by the consignor. So entry would be consignor account debtor to debtor's account. When the dealt creditory commission is not paid, consignee is not at all responsible for the bad debt. So it has to be transferred to the consignor account. Then the entry would be consignor account debtor to debtor's account. And the last thing is for the final settlement made by the consignee to the consignor, then the entry would be consignor account debtor to cash or bank account, or else cash or bank account debtor to consignor account. So this is how the final settlement entry will be taken in the books of consignee. And this is the end of the class.